NADO faults INEC for failure to ensure transmission of results to IREV.
Labour Party in Oyo adopts Makinde and remain committed to winning this election. Labour governor candidates.
Bandits kill DPO Sergeant Vigilante abduct women in Zamfara.
Many homeless as windstorm blows off buildings in Ekiti.
NAS members elect to get INEC certificates of return tomorrow.
Your promise of credible governorship is missing after death, says Atiku tells Yakubu.
Court restrains Ishowo from parading self as Kwara APC secretary.
Ayu Okuwa to lead PDP stakeholders in protest to INEC headquarters today.
We have no plan to exhume witness body, says Graceland Schools.
Federal government urged to implement Executive Order 57 to enhance Nigerian engineers' productivity.
Police in Bauchi killed 2 suspected kidnappers, rescue victim.
Clearing agents seek 15 years age limit for used imported vehicles.
Government kill village head in Kano.
Again, field queues return to Abuja as NNPCL assures of 47 days PMS sufficiency.
House help harvest genitals of 72-year-old woman for money ritual in Anambra.
Women's participation in digital economy can earn Nigerian $230 billion GDP.
And moving on to sports, Buhari charges Flying Eagles to win AFCON Under-20.
Salah creates records as Liverpool man UTD 7-0.
Posaro Lord's Eagles performance.
Ronaldo gives Turkey Syria earthquake victims relief package. This and many more after this break. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Headlines today, 6th of March 2023. My name is Umishola Egbodofo and with me in the house is
Olubumi Ajiboye Agbuola.
Days after the presidential election, field queues are gradually returning to most filling stations in the Federal Capital Territory. This was even as the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited assured that it has 47 days premium motor spirit sufficiency for March 2023. Headlines on Sunday observed queue build-ups in major filling stations visited along Airport Road, Jabi, Kubwa and Wuse. Apart from NNPCL, field attendants in most of the petrol stations sold at 190 naira per litre, especially at Shafa along Airport Road. Meanwhile, the NNPCL said the return of queues in Abuja and some parts of the country is largely due to restrictions in businesses and movement to allow for the conduct of the presidential and National Assembly elections and to enable Nigerians to exercise their civic right.
Still on economy, the federal government has approved the disbursement of 308.45 billion naira worth of promissory notes to 199 exporting companies under the Export Expansion Grant Scheme. The presenting letters to some of the exporting companies at the weekend, the Executive Director of the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, Dr. Israel Yakuzak, commended the federal government and the National Assembly for prompt response in approving the payment of their outstanding claims to the beneficiaries. The EEG is a post-shipment incentive scheme that was established by the virtue of the Export Incentives and Miscellaneous Provisions Act, CAP E19, laws of the Federation of Nigeria. It is targeted at stimulating the increase in the volume of the value of made in Nigeria products in the international markets. The scheme is also intended to encourage export of value-added products as against raw agricultural commodities.
Constant workers operating at ports across Nigeria have called on the President-elect Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu to increase the age limit of used imported vehicles to 15 years from the date of manufacture, and also reduce the 15% levy currently being paid on used vehicles. In a congratulatory message signed over the weekend by the acting president of the Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents, Dr. Kaudi Farito, the customs brokers congratulated President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his vice Kashim Shettima, and other APC candidates for their various victories at the just concluded presidential and National Assembly polls. According to the statement, which was signed on behalf of the association and the Progressive Solidarity of Asiwaju, a support group of maritime stakeholders and allied industries in the nation's maritime subsector. The group also called on the president-elect to balkanize the Federal Ministry of Transportation by creating a Federal Ministry of Maritime Affairs.
The Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency, Kashifu Imora, has said that Nigeria has significantly boosted its digital economy by ensuring equal participation of women in the digital economy. According to him, women's participation in all subsectors of the digital economy is equivalent to men's participation, and the country stands to gain $230 billion in GDP growth by the year 2025. Inuwa made this statement at the stakeholders press briefing organized by the Ministry of Women Affairs and in commemoration of the 2023 International Women's Day in Abuja, with the theme Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality.
And now to political stories.
Yes.
The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has lambasted the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakub, for promising to deliver credible governorship elections by showing that INEC staff found to be negligent during the presidential election are to be barred from engaging in the March 11 governorship poll. Yakubu had in a meeting with resident electoral commissioners on Saturday promised to ensure the strict use of the Bermuda Voter Accreditation System (BVAS). In a statement on Sunday, however, Atiku's Special Assistant on Public Communication, Mr. Frank Schreiber, described Yakubu's assurances as worthless and unconvincing. Schreiber added that the INEC chairman was only trying to save face after conducting the worst elections Nigeria had ever witnessed since independence.
Meanwhile, the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Dr. Yocha Ayu, and the party's vice presidential candidate, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, will today lead a protest of party stakeholders to the national headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Abuja. The protest is over the conduct of the presidential election and the declaration of the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, as the winner of the electoral umpire. The main opposition party has decided to also physically voice its objection to the result by marching on INEC headquarters in Maitama, Abuja. The party has already started mobilizing key stakeholders for the march billed to take off from its alternate secretariat, Legacy House, Maitama, at 10 o'clock in the morning. An invitation letter issued by the director of the administration of the PDP presidential organization listed party leaders expected at the protest to include Ayu Okowa, chairman of the PDP PCO and governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, and the Director General of the organization and Governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwa.
The Nigeria in Diaspora organization has voted the Independent National Electoral Commission for a systematic failure to ensure instantaneous transmission of results to IREP at the conclusion of voting at polling units as originally planned. Addressing newsmen on its observations during the presidential and National Assembly elections, the chairman of the organization, Dr. Ezekiel Macha, said the expectation was that after the manual input of the result into BVAS, the presiding INEC officer would immediately transmit the data into the INEC Results Review Portal (IREP) as stated in the electoral guidelines, but added that this was not done in the polling units observed. He pointed out that this led to tension and suspicion amongst those who were still present at the unit, adding that INEC officials complained of glitches in the network and that the upload would be done later.
The U.S. ambassador to Nigeria, Mary Leonard, has said that it is clear that the electoral process as a whole on February 25 failed to meet Nigerians' expectations. Leonard, while saying this in an op-ed on the Nigerian election on Sunday, called on the Independent National Electoral Commission to address promptly the challenges that can be resolved ahead of the March 11 gubernatorial election and to undertake a broader review of the problems that transpired during the last elections and what can be done to fix them. In all cases, INEC should share with the Nigerian public information about the action it is taking. She said further that there are many angry and frustrated Nigerians, as well as many who are celebrating victories they believe were hard fought and well earned, but said that for the future of Nigeria, Nigerians should not let their differences divide them. She also stated that Nigerians should follow the legally established process for resolving challenges to the election is allowed to take its course. And this is going to be our talking point on today's edition of Headlines, as the U.S. ambassador Mary Leonard says February 25 election failed Nigeria's expectations. And what are your views concerning these very statements?
Yes,
yes, your expectations, and we'll be expecting your call by dialing
0810-142-8731, 0810-142-8731. Your views on this news segment.
Global Leaders Academy, always a leader. Thinking of where to get qualitative education for your child? Think of Global Leaders Academy. Our creche, nursery, primary and secondary schools are established in tandem with global standards with qualified and experienced teachers. At Global Leaders Academy, we have state-of-the-art facilities such as comfortable hostel accommodation with maximum security, well-equipped science laboratory, school buses, adequately furnished library, and many more. Oh yes, worship centers are available to accommodate each student's preferred religion. We also take our students for excursion on a regular basis. These and many more reasons are why Global Leaders Academy has been a choice school for parents who desire qualitative education for their children. Visit us today at Global Leaders Academy, located at Plot 1A and B, Oroki Estate, Lameko Junction, Oshobo, or call 0815-928-0037. At Global Leaders Academy, we are not led, we lead, and always a leader.
A statement credited to U.S. Ambassador Mary Leonard saying February 25 election failed Nigerians is what we are looking at on today's segment of the news.
On the news segment, the statement credited to U.S. Ambassador saying February 25 election failed Nigerians and expectations. And the number to dial for your contribution is 0810-142-8731. Again, 0810-142-8731.
Yes. Bandits on Sunday morning attacked Maru police station.
Hello, good morning. Go ahead.
Okay. Bandits on Sunday morning attacked Maru police station in Maru, headquarters of Maru area, and Zamfara State, killing the...
Hello, good morning. Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning,
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Aro Olaoye from Ijebu Adedire, Ife South. Let us, praise God that is peace in Nigeria, and peace will continue to be in Nigeria. The American ambassador to say something about the election. It's, saying it on its own opinion. Nigeria have decided, let us give peace a chance. America will not come to Nigeria to, help us. They will not come here to give us, they can only give us assistance. Nigeria are to govern themselves. We have decided. We are not registered to put the result online. It's not anybody's fault. So let's cooperate with the INEC and, plan for the next election. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Morning, sir.
It's a very only for you cannot enjoy the comments of the foreign observers on our election. They are watching it. I have to be very, very careful and take note of what they are saying. As a result of this, I want INEC to be an embarrassing and at the same time, those that are agree, they have got to the court. Let the judiciary be truthful and say what is right, so that there will be peace in the country.
A clergyman identified as Reverend Musa Hayok of the Church of Christ and Nations and two of his children were killed during a midnight attack by gunmen at Kanawuri community of Riyon local government area of Plateau State. Report has it that the gunmen, numbering about 20, invaded the community at about 11 p.m. on Saturday and went on in a shooting spell to disorganized residents before they attacked the clergyman's residence. A source close to the community said the gunmen, suspected to be militia, were on a reprisal following the killing of 3 of their kinsmen in the area a few days ago.
And domestic help, Oyebuchi has arrested the genitals of a 72-year-old woman, including other parts of her body, for suspected money ritual purpose. Oyebuchi confessed he and some friends committed the crime on the instruction of a native doctor who promised to make them rich if they brought the required body parts.
Gunmen on Sunday morning killed the village head of Megari in Women Gado local government area, Dakiu Aba, just as the police said they were yet to be proved about the incident. The state police populations officer, SP Aruna Kiyawa, said the command will investigate the matter. According to the source, that the village head was shot dead at about 2 a.m. The village head's son, Muniro Dakiru Megari, who is the chairman of Rimin Gado local government area, confirmed the incident to newsmen.
Operatives of the Bauchi State Police Command have killed 2 suspected kidnappers during an operation to rescue an abducted victim. The State Police Public Relations Officer SP Ahmed Wakili said on March 3rd, credible intelligence information revealed to the command that on the same date, at about 1 o'clock in the morning, some gunmen invaded the residence of one Alhaji Abdul Ahmed Muhammad at Rafinkura village via Nindi local government area in an attempt to kidnap his son, one Usman Abdul Ahmed, aged 28.
Many residents of Okiako in Kwale local government area of Ekiti State have been rendered homeless as rainstorm destroyed main buildings in the community. The early Sunday morning downpour, which lasted for over 2 hours, also destroyed some electricity infrastructure across the town, thereby plunging residents to total blackout. Officials of the state government, led by the Deputy Governor, Chief Minister Afuye, visited the community on Sunday afternoon for an on-the-spot assessment on the level of havoc wreaked on the town. The Deputy Governor was conducted around the affected areas by the regent of the town, Ogunbi Sinuade Adebayo, the lawmaker representing Ikole Constituency 2 in the House of Assembly, Adoye Aribasoye, and the chairman adjoining local government area, Michael Ogunbemi.
The management of Chrisland School has refuted the claim during the rounds that it intends to exhume the body of Whitney Adeniran, its late student, emphasizing that it has no such plan as parents, and the school is also mourning and will not do or subscribe to anything that paints such insensitive optics that prevent their daughter from resting. The school management in a statement on Sunday said it is aware that of the developments around the autopsy report on the death of Whitney, just as it expressed its regrets to the school and the media for being silent out of shock and moral rectitude.
Now to sport. President Muhammadu Buhari has charged the Flying Eagles to go for broke and win the ongoing CAF Under-20 AFCON in Egypt. Nigeria will face the Gambia on Monday, that is today, in the semi-finals of the competition, with a ticket to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup finals already indicated. Delivering President Buhari's message to the team, the sport minister Sunday Dare, who arrived in Cairo on Sunday alongside former Super Eagles captain and aide to Mr. President Daniel Amokachi, encouraged the Fly Eagles to aim for the ultimate prize.
Meanwhile, Nigeria senior national team head coach Jose Santos Pizarro has been impressed by the country's under-17 national team. The Portuguese tactician watched the training sessions of the Golden Eagles at the NFF and FIFA Gold Project pitch, Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja. Pizarro said that he was very impressed with the performance of the players and charged them to keep improving their game as preparations for the 2023 Under-17 African Cup of Nations finals in Nigeria intensify.
Ex-Manchester United star Cristiano Ronaldo has sent a plane fully loaded with care items to victims of the devastating earthquake in Syria and Turkey. More than 47,000 people have died and 5 million have been left homeless as 10 cities were hit by the worst disaster in 100 years. Ronaldo, 38, has already helped raise money for the earthquake victims through his former Juventus teammate Mary Demiral. The Turkey international auctioned off his signed Ronaldo Juve jersey to help raise funds.
Liverpool delivered the complete performance, and Mohamed Salah became the club's record Premier League's goal scorer as Manchester United were overwhelmed at a joyous Anfield. United in Renaissance under manager Erik ten Hag already has the tangible reward of the Carabao Cup, but Liverpool unleashed a brutal reality check on their progress with the severe thrashing. Liverpool took control of what had been a tight game, with Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford missing presentable chances. Then, when former Old Trafford target Cody Gakpo applied a smooth finish to Andy Robertson perfect pass 2 minutes before the break.
And finally, the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, has described the President-elect of Nigeria, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, as a cerebral and compassionate leader. This was convened in a congratulatory message to Tinubu in his victory in the February 24 presidential election. He said Nigeria could not have picked a more cerebral and compassionate leader to carry forward the work that has been done by President Muhammadu Buhari in the past 8 years and previous Nigerian leaders. And with that sports story, we have come to the end of today's edition of Headlines. Join our colleagues tomorrow for another interesting package. My name is Ulishola and
Olubumi Ajiboye Agbola,
and the producer for this program is
Motarayo Aigbayo,
and the production advisor Sabine
Kovala Babatunde. Good morning.
You are live. On Osho Radio. 104.5 FM. The biggest online shopping platform in Africa is now here in Mudakeke, Zambia.
Jumia offers a wide variety of products at affordable prices, including phones, electronics, home appliances, and many more. Just download the Jumia app and register. Place your order and collect it in 3 days from the Budakeke Jumia pickup station at number 46 Ondo Road beside Yakubu Shopping Complex. If you are not comfortable with shopping online, you can just visit the Jumia pickup station to place your order with someone who will assist you. You can pay for your order online or pay when you pick up at the station with cash or transfer. Finally, if you have any issue with what you bought, don't worry. You can return it within 7 days and get your money back. Download the app now and try it out. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
sórí ẹ oníkálùkù pẹ̀lú tiẹ̀ ní o ojúmọ́ kan ìdojúkọ ní o ó sì ní láti ṣe tán láti kojú wọn ìwọ nìkan ló lè fi rọ́nà lọ ìdí tí mi ò ṣe kí n fi oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ mi ṣeré ṣòye ẹ oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ bíi òní protéènì mi tí ó ní àwọn èròjà àti okun tí mo nílò láti kojú ọjọ́ kankan ìdojúkọ kankan.
dáradára ni gbogbo ọjọ́ láti tẹ̀síwájú pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pig tó ní protéènì nínú. ǹjẹ́ o ti jẹ tirẹ̀?
Pig. Reach for your peak.
ojú ọ̀rọ̀ ní pápá omi ìjílẹ̀ ní pápá ọ̀bọ níbi ìkàṣètò tó kù wáyà OSBC ní bàbá OSBC ní bàbá OSBC ní bàbá àràbà ní bàbá ẹni ọ̀tá ti tálákà ní bàbá wọ́n kọ́ wà nílé lọ́kọ̀ lẹ́yìn òbí láwọ̀ ṣọ́kọ́ ní wíkẹ́ tó rí ọ̀run tí kékeré ìyá ní bàbá àwọn aláṣà àjẹsí OSBC ní bàbá ilé àwọn ilé ló fi bẹ́lẹ̀ lọ́ ti kalẹ̀ sí OSBC ní bàbá lórí ìdílé wọn zero fọ́kàn OSBC ní bàbá àtúwà lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára jẹ́ OSBC ní bàbá OSBC ní bàbá OSBC ní bàbá OSBC àwa lóṣù àwa lóṣù àwa lóṣù àwọn ẹ̀rọ oṣù àti àyè ẹ̀yẹ ọjọ́ wà lálẹ́ ọjọ́ wà nínú àyè àyè àwọn àwa níbi gbogbo àwa ní àwọn ọ̀sán tó bá jáde nítorí yòó àyè
OSBC àgbà tiwa ló tó rò yàn àwa lọba tó tẹ́yìn erin fan.
You're listening to for the 5 megahertz. Just like water, we are the indispensable